From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Mac's, of course, at my bar where everyone has a chance to sit at the bar and tell their story. This is part B Teal, part Campo's Corner. We've got Major Hardy here, and we're talking donuts this time around. You got it. Let's welcome in the panel. Matt Joseph is here from Old Soul Donut Company. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Good. Appreciate you having me on.
Welcome to the show, and thank you for the display.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get to you in just a second. Major, how are you, pal?
Good.
Coach Campo.
How are you, Tom?
Brian Sexton.
Listen, if Dave is anywhere in the room,
yes,
by virtue of his stunning personality, but also 3 Super Bowl rings, it's Campo's Corner.
That's right. Well, I did give it first, did I? No. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I do know this. I moved the platter of donuts away from you guys over to here before we got started.
You saw me drool.
I know. Yeah, I gotta wait till after this segment. All right, Matt, you're the owner of Old Soul Donut Company. Just approaching your first year in business.
Yes,
congratulations.
Sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, we just hit our last week. We hit our 1 year anniversary.
Okay, fantastic. Now you've owned a seafood restaurant for about 4 years. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then this is your newer venture. How'd you get into the donut world?
Long story short, I hunt in a small town in Texas, and in Texas is a big donut, state. And about 15 years ago, the guy opened a donut shop.
Okay.
We go there, get coffee, donuts before we go hunting or after or whatever. Became friends with him and started giving him some deer meat. His family would get some deer meat and let him know before we came out there, we're coming. So, get your freezers empty, and that kind of stuff. And I guess it was about 4 years ago, I asked him if he would teach me how to make the donuts, just because I wanted to know, just in case I had it in my back pocket if I wanted to do it one day. And then it just, I told my wife, I was like, why don't I take you out there so you can try them, and then maybe we'll do this one day.
Okay.
Took her out there. She loved the donuts, and 2 years ago, I went out there and learned how to make them. Yeah. And then a year later, I opened the donut shop.
Is the recipe, what makes the recipe so good?
So they're Cambodian people, and they all keep it kind of high and tight, They don't tell many people. That's why when I asked him, it was kind of a big deal. But he taught me a lot of the little trade secrets and whatnot. And he knew I wasn't doing it in Texas.
Yeah. Some good sugar. Good sugar.
Well, there's a crazy story behind all that too. But he taught me their little secrets and whatnot, and I kind of tweaked it myself and brought it here. I'm planning on opening up a couple of them.
Everybody loves donuts. Almost everybody loves donuts.
Death, taxes, and donuts. They're all guaranteed. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the plate, and it's not just because Tom said it right there and it catches the light. It does create a little salivary response.
It does. Look at them all. Fantastic.
But there's lots of national competitors that you have to do business against. So what is it about these? Is it the love that you pour into them that makes them so distinct? What is it that makes people come and get Old Soul donuts?
So a lot of the bigger competitions, they don't make them fresh every morning. We hand cut them. We're doing it right then and there, putting some love into it. Fresh ingredients. You can't beat fresh. So and plus, I think a lot of people don't support mom and pop these days.
Absolutely.
So I think people would rather go to a place like this than Dunkin' or whatever else. And we got Espresso and other stuff they have at those places too. Yeah. So you can get everything and breakfast sandwiches and whatnot.
You make a teal one though for the BT.
No, we did. Well, I probably should have, but we did it for the Jaguar games. We do too.
Did I hear breakfast sandwich?
Yeah, we got breakfast sandwiches.
I like those. So we got a little egg and bacon.
Yeah,
cheese.
have
him on every Thursday, right?
Then throw it down with a donut afterwards. You hit all the food groups, Coach.
Are you working out before and after that?
Definitely after. I would imagine, no question about that. All right. So what was it? The jump, right? To start, you go from seafood, which I would imagine is totally different than making donuts, and then you jump into the donuts. What gave you that push, man? It was like, all right, I'm just gonna.
So with a restaurant, there's so many moving parts. Like a restaurant that has a full liquor bar and all that stuff, like my seafood restaurant. Yep. And this is something a little bit different. You can do with less people, less overhead. You get
specialized.
You get there early, which kind of you got to get there early, but you're done early.
Right.
So and I got 2 daughters now, and I'm like, if I can get done early, I can go be with my family. And we got managers at the other restaurant, so I'm done at like 12:30 every day.
All right, where do we find the Old Soul Donut Company?
So if you're familiar with the north side of Jacksonville, like Hexa Drive, you got it's 11230 New Berlin Drive.
New Berlin
Road.
Off of Heckscher.
Off Heckscher. The old JA, it's across from the old JA plant down from Jack Sporting Clays. That's how I tell most people. Most people know where Jack Sporting Clays is.
Well, best of luck with it. And the let's plug the seafood restaurant. Where's that?
Okay, Southern Coast Seafood. We're at Monument 295, the old Mudville Grill. We've been there for 4 years, like you said earlier. And we got fresh seafood, a full liquor bar. I mean, TVs. You want to watch the Jaguar game there? So
I gave up sweets for Lent, so I can't do it. But I know you're going to want some of this. Well, pretend like you just had some seafood at a seafood restaurant.
Come on, Brian.
Now
take
you're
a
on to
bite.
the
Are those Fruity Pebbles?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
you better
Fruity
get on that.
Pebbles.
You better
Now
get on that one.
is innovation at its finest. I love it. Thanks, guys, for being here. Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
Make sure you check out Matt's profile. And of course, these three, the great three that are here all throughout the week at Client Focus Media. Check them out at dailynewsnetwork.com. You'll see this conversation and hundreds of others. So until next time, stay safe out there and be cool and have yourself a donut. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The coach should be going to bed at night thinking about the athlete and how they're going to help that athlete improve. They shouldn't be worrying about how am I going to quantify their improvement, or am I going to have to keep up with all this information? Those things that are kind of background to the coach focusing there on the athlete. And so what Dasher does is it takes all those side things away, allowing the coach to focus then on the athlete.